Good evening. The topic of my speech today is breastfeeding. Before I start my speech, please allow me to ask you two questions. Do you know when a baby should take the first breast milk? How often you should be breastfeed your baby? As a novice mom, I think you may have many questions about breastfeeding. I am here today to share three important things of breastfeeding that you may be concerned about. By understanding these three important things will make you more confident and comfortable with your own breastfeeding. First, I will explain the three main phases of breast milk secretion. You will learn about the three changes in breast milk and how it affects your baby. Phase 1. Colostrum is the thick first milk your breasts make after birth. Moms and doctors may call it liquid gold because of its deep yellow color, rich nutrition, and antibodies that protect the baby from infections. And it also helps the baby's digestive system grow. The World Health Organization recommends start breastfeeding within 1 hour after the baby is born. Phase 2. Transitional milk is a product 2 to 5 days after delivery and will continue until 2 weeks. You may notice that your breast milk gradually turns white color. Don't worry. This change is to provide babies with more nutrition needed for growth. Regular care, good milk remove and reduce exposure will help milk productions. Phase 3. Mature milk is a product about 10 to 15 days after birth. Like each phase of breast milk, it has all the nutrition your baby needs. The amount of fat in mature milk changes as you feed your baby. Let your baby empty your first breast before switching to the other breast during a feeding. This will help your baby get the right mix of nutrition at each feeding. Experts recommend trying to breastfeed for 6 months your baby. No formula, juice, or water. Your breast, even if you breastfeed less than 6 months, it's better to breastfeed for a short time than no time at all. You can add solid food at 6 months, but also continue to breastfeed if you want to keep producing milk. After understanding this secretion of breast milk, you need to know signs your baby is hungry and decide how often to feed your baby. One of the most common ways your baby will let you know they're hungry is to cry. Other signs include lick their lips or sticking out their tongue, move their chin, mouth, or head to look for your breast, opening their mouth or putting their hands in their mouth, sucking on things. How often you should breastfeed your baby depends on whether your baby prefers small, frequent meals or longer feedings. This will change as your baby grows. Newborns often want to feed every 2 to 3 hours. By 2 months, feeding every 3 to 4 hours is common, and by 6 months, most babies feed every 4 to 5 hours. You and your baby are unique, and the decision to breastfeed is up to you. Once you have no signs of your baby hungry and how often you need to feed your baby, I think you might wonder whether your babies get enough milk for good nutrition. If your baby is getting enough breast milk, they should not lose more than 7% of their birth weight in the first few days after delivery. Same content for about 1 to 3 hours between feedings. Have at least 6 diapers a day wet with very pale or clear pee by the time they are 7 to 10 days old. Now that I have explained some important breastfeeding information to research, let's review what we have just covered. The 3 most important things about breastfeeding are: number 1, start breastfeeding within 1 hour after the baby is born. Trying to breastfeed for 6 months, no formula, juice, or water. Familiar with the signs of your baby is hungry. Number 3, make sure your baby getting enough milk. I hope this information can give you some help. Thank you for listening to my informative speech this evening.